Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Davan to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace and salutations and blessings to all you brothers out there teaching this word in truth and sincerity and in faith. And shalom to the hopeful elect. This is an article the brothers sent out, and it's pretty outrageous, man. It says families earning $117,000 now qualify as low income in California's Bay Area. A report out of this week from the Department of Housing and Urban Development finds the median price for the single-family home in the Bay Area is now $935,000. That's almost $1 million. A family earning $117,000 now qualifies as low income in the region. So $100K a year for a whole family. That means like the wife and the husband. Someone's making 60, someone's making 40 or 50-50. All right. When you add it up, those people are still struggling to make it out here. All right. They're still, and how do we know that? Because we make way less than that, man. So you already know Jake's struggling. All right. CBS News went to see California's red hot housing market with realtor Larry Gallegos. He says the home complete with leaks in the roof sold for $1.23 million. All right, so I'll put this thing here on metro area housing prices since 2013, up 64% in San Francisco. Pretty bad in Dallas too, 37%. Chicago's bad too, 41%. In New York, of course, 15%. Yeah, it says 1,000 square foot shell of a house in Silicon Valley sold for $1 million. You know why? Because it's close to Google or Apple. So yeah, I'll put the link in the description. But this is leading to what's really happening, man. People being homeless, people on fentanyl. All right, this is reality now. I'm gonna bring up some scriptures. Because America's going to be destroyed, all right? This is not how a society is supposed to be ran. Okay, this is Proverbs 22:16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth the rich shall surely come to want. All right? So, this so-called white man, he oppresses the poor and gets rich off of it, man. Okay, why he's pricing people out, he's gentrifying, and he's making money off of it. He's getting rich off gentrification. He's getting rich off this housing crisis. All right, because what does it do? It just makes Esau richer, and it makes you Israelites poor. A real heavy poverty. And he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Yeah, you give your money to the rich, you for sure are gonna want, man. You're never gonna be stable. Why? Because you won't have any money. Because the rich, they're just finessing you. Hey, bow down thine ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing, if thou keep them within thee, they shall withal be fitted in thy lips, that thy trust may be in the Lord. I have made thee known to this day, even to thee. Haven't I written to thee excellent things and counsels and knowledge? All right, because we know that the so-called white man, this whole place is going to be destroyed soon, right? So, yeah, it's hell, but we're unaffected by it, right? We're running in the spirit of how Ba'ashem Yahushai. The brother's always saying, brothers are in the spirit, moved by the spirit to do things. Because the Most High is looking out for us, all right? Yeah, otherwise there's no way we could make it in this place, all right? This isn't designed for Jake to make it. It's designed for us to be put to death, man. All right, the so-called white man is setting up this place even more wickedly. All right, and today, as they would say, today in future dystopian society, San Francisco Bay Area, okay, Silicon Valley. This place is becoming homeless encampments are growing at enormous rates. Okay, the prices are getting higher and higher. And the so-called white man is going around ticketing you for parking your car everywhere. Okay? Hey, it says, verse 21, that I might make thee known to the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mightest answer the words of truth to them that send them, truth to them that send unto thee. Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause, and the spoil of those that spoiled them, and spoil the soul of those that spoiled them. Yeah, and that's exactly what's going to happen to America, and of course to everybody else who's on some wicked thievery. And that's growing. Okay, more and more people. You got actually our people, not really our people, but these damn heathen, the 2/3 so-called Black, Latino, Native American. They're running around jumping in crowbarring homes right now. In this same area we're in. The place we're in here in the Bay Area is like an everyday purge. Okay, the purge is on. It's lit. Right, the so-called white man. He's out here doing all kinds of just wickedness and getting rich. And our people who are poor, they're doing all kinds of wickedness and getting even more poor. Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. And that's what the so-called white man does, man. He oppresses the he oppressed the afflicted in the gate, and you always see at the on the corners or when you enter a city. What do you see? You see homeless encampments now. Okay, you see more and more tarps. You're driving on the freeway, you're getting off on the exit, you're getting onto a freeway or whatever. That's like a gate, to get onto the road or to get into a city. And then what is there? Just nothing but homeless people. Okay, and those people are oppressed. They're gone. They're off. They're on all kinds of drugs, right? But why is that? Because this place is hell, man. This place is Babylon. This place needs to be destroyed. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoiled them. All right, and that's what the Lord's going to do to all you so-called white people. All right, because who you're really robbing, man? You're robbing the elect. You're oppressing us. Okay. We're the main ones catching the hell, all right? You other people that, oh yeah, you lost your house, man. You ain't catching no hell, man. You love this place, all right? We want this place to be destroyed, all right? We're waiting for Yahweh Shai to return, and we actually see the wickedness all around this place, okay? We see all this wickedness, and it's getting worse and worse. So I'm going to get this one in Zechariah, all right, 7 and 10. Thus, 7 and 8, and the word of the Lord came unto Zechariah, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, Execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassion to every man to his brother. And that's not here in America, right? That's not going to happen. There's no such thing as true judgment. There's no mercy and compassion to fellow Americans, right? Or these Egyptians. The scriptures say Egyptians against Egyptians. We're in that time. It's coming to that time. It says, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his heart in your heart. Okay? And that's what the Most High was telling our people, okay? And you so-called white people, you understand this. You have this book. You actually went out your way to print this book. Although you have a bugged out interpretation of it. But this is straightforward. But this is all the so-called white man does, man, is oppress and rob, okay? And make people go to war with each other and kill each other. Yeah, because this devil, he's over here playing both sides of the game, man. Being the devil himself. Yep. And so what's happening right now is that the so-called white man, he's really, really pushing. He's really making this income inequality. All right, it's increasing, and that's pretty much a plague. Okay, that's a plague. Because the more you got a few Edomites getting very, very rich, and you got the majority of the population getting super poor. That's just gonna lead to civil unrest, rioting, and race wars. This is Malachi 3:5. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against the false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages. Yeah, that's what you damn Edomites do, okay? You oppress the hireling in his wages. You're constantly taking our money, right? You're slacking on people's tax refunds. You're making them pay it back later on, putting liens against them. All right, you're burning they messed up on one credit card, now they're burned from their credit. Can't open a bank account. That's what you so-called white people are doing, all right? And I come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, saith the Lord of hosts. Right, and yes, that was concerning our people, but this goes. Our law has been accepted by all the nations, and the so-called white man here in America, you swear on the Bible, okay? Ronald Reagan, he actually said the Bible is the law of the land. Yet you break every law that's in the Bible. So what is that going to do? That's going to open you up for judgment, okay? And you can just see it. There's more and more hells coming to this place, right? This future dystopian purge known as the San Francisco Bay Area is getting worse and worse, man. You could qualify to live in the projects. You making 100K, you know? That's not enough. That's not enough here in America. Okay, so you can't expect anybody to come out here and pick up themselves by the bootstrap and work hard. How are you going to do that, man? You need money to survive. And the so-called white man, he got it all. All right? But we know that all this is leading to is more death and destruction. And judgment is happening, okay? Hey, the brother sent out an article about these places, right, that these homes are getting sold out here in the Bay Area are going to get hit with the earthquake real soon, man. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, I want to say death to America, right? This place is done. And shalom to the rest of you brothers out there teaching this word in truth and sincerity and faith. Shalom.